Listen, my wife, she's been watching all the new shows on Netflix, on HBO. She's been watching House of Dragon. And me, listen, this whole time, I think the past year, I have been on who I believe is the real winner of the streaming wars. And it's YouTube. YouTube, in my opinion, is way, way, way more a winner of the streaming wars than everybody else. I believe people watch more YouTube than everything else combined. And the reason is unlimited content. When you enter Netflix, so let me enter Netflix. When you enter Netflix, let me sign in first of all. Boom, remember me. Yes. All right. So when you enter Netflix, right? Lord. So you see, when you enter Netflix, you have a bunch of shows. That's true. You have a lot of stuff to watch. I wouldn't say it's not infinite, but in reality, there's so much stuff that you can watch and there's so much stuff that I didn't watch yet. Listen, Umbrella Academy, I think I'm 2 seasons out. The Union, that's new, I want to watch that. Supercell, I want to watch that. There's a lot of things to watch. That's true. Now, if you go to Disney Plus, let me go to Disney Plus. See, if you go to Disney Plus, same thing. There's a lot of things to watch. Not only you have the Disney content, you have the Stars content, the Marvel content, the Star Wars content, the National Geographic content. So listen, you want to go documentary, National Geographic, there you go. You have a bunch of them. You want to go Star Wars, even if most of the shows, listen, Mandalorian, season 1 and 2, 1 and 2 are cool. Andor is amazing. Everything else is, yeah. But I mean, listen, if you love Star Wars, you can watch a bunch of Star Wars content. Same thing for Pixar. You can watch everything Pixar, or you can go to Stars for a little more adult content and stuff. Anyway, there's a lot of things to watch. Same thing for, do I have HBO Max here on my computer? I don't even know. Let me see. Oops. Let me see if I can log in. I can't? Lord. Oh, it's only on my phone. Anyway, you see what I mean. But listen, look. Let me show you why I believe this is the winner. See, YouTube has tons and tons and tons and tons of content. Listen, you have unlimited content on YouTube. Not only your own stuff that you are subscribed to, but also everything else. So look, from music to podcasts to everything that is live. But the live pages, listen, it makes no sense. It should show you way more stuff. Why it's only show you this and that? They have to take care of this. Gaming. Oh, there's a show more. Okay, but it's not enough. Come on. African music. Listen, there's content forever on YouTube. And there's content of all qualities. And I believe this is why the real winners of the streaming wars are our friends at YouTube. For now. For now. Rumble is trying. And I believe that, people already spend at least an hour every day on Instagram and TikTok, or maybe both. Then if they come to YouTube and they watch an hour or 2 hours of content, they actually don't have any more will to watch more stuff. And listen, this is the world of today. There's way too much content, way too much choice, and in a way it's cool, and in another way the attention of everybody is divided between millions of things. And listen, it's the same thing as back when we were selling CDs with Eduardo. At that time, whatever was coming out in that month, the 4 or 5 albums that were coming out in Zouk World or in R&B or in pop or whatever, were the albums that everybody was buying. So you could sell way more music because the choice was limited. Now in streaming music, streaming audio, streaming everything, you have so much choice that people are just spread around all the choices, and only the algorithm can help you discover stuff, because other than that, your music is lost in a sea of content. I miss the time I used to own movies on VHS or DVD. Yeah. Listen, we don't own anything anymore. And this, I used to have a whole une armoire énorme of CDs, and another one, a whole shelf full of video. I remember I had every episode from The Cosby Show, L'Homme qui valait 3 milliards. What else? Dallas, Dynasty. We would tape everything and watch it again on VHS. And same thing for CDs. And listen, the fact that everything is now immaterial made all of us cyborgs. And it's very interesting how, when you think about it, only when the internet connection goes down that people go back to real life. Like sometimes, I'm here, we in the house, and all of a sudden there's no internet. Problems with the provider, no access to internet, let's say between 8 p.m. till 2 a.m. All of a sudden we're back to watching cable TV. We're back to to being on our phones. And I mean, we have 5G anyway, so everybody goes to Instagram and stuff. But it's very interesting how the most important part of life now is the cell phone battery, the battery, electricity, and an internet connection. And this changed the way we actually the way we consume content, the way we... And listen, another thing is that the real reason why YouTube is the winner is actually user-generated content beats down every other type of content, because users generate 400 hours of content every minute on YouTube. Every minute. There's all type of content all the time. It never stops. I don't even know how to stock that. Whereas Netflix, you need to put a minimum of amount of money to create shows with people, stories, etc. And listen, if I was Netflix and I really wanted to compete, Malcolm Beats, if I was Netflix and I really wanted to compete with YouTube, I would actually let people upload content on Netflix. I would make Netflix a competition to YouTube, and you don't need ads since people are paying anyway. You just distribute an amount of money that you make to people. If people watch your video like say 1 million times, you give them, I don't know, X amount of money for their views, and that's it. Imagine if all the music videos were available on Netflix, and if all these content, Club Shada, stuff like that, podcast, was available on Netflix. Now you would actually be real competition to YouTube. Because listen, I have every service at home. Most of them. I have Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Max, HBO Max, Disney Plus. Just with that, and I also have the Brazilian one, Global, for my wife that wants to watch novellas. So listen, with these 6, I have enough content that there's no reason to even go watch cable TV. Plus, I have cable TV, but we never watch it. But unless, and plus I have a IPTV, so I have like all the channels of the world. Now imagine the craziness if when I want to watch a music video, I can watch it on Netflix. That's the real competition. They should do that. These guys should hire me. But hey, it is what it is. What are we going to do? Maxime, I agree. Only YouTube will allow the live streaming we are watching right now. That's true. Yes and no. I'm also live on Twitter, and I'm also live on Twitch. And actually, I should also start being live on Kick soon. But yeah, if one of those streaming platforms, listen, if Apple did that on Apple TV, allowed podcasts to be in there. I mean, you already have podcasts, right? But video podcasts like this one, and live stream, that would be crazy. But anyway, it is what it is.